What we have here are a couple of budget-priced Sportsters. Kawasaki ER-6n, funny name, but it's based off the Ninja 650, also revised for 2009. And here is Suzuki's Gladius, the next step in the successful SV650 line, but now with a funny name too. The ER-6n, or 6n, 650cc parallel twin as opposed to the Suzuki's 650cc V-twin. A little bit more comfy than the Suzuki, and it seems like they've really benchmarked the SV650 and hence the Gladius. These things are really well matched up. Engine power seems pretty well identical, and the fun to ride ratio is also about on par. Both of these bikes are reasonably priced. There's a lot of sporting value in their MSRPs, but each of them are saving money in their own way. The ER6 has a non-linkage shock, which actually works quite well, but it's cheaper to build than a linkage-equipped shock and maybe is slightly less sophisticated than the Suzuki's. Up front, instead of 4-piston calipers like the latest sport bikes, use twin piston calipers, which do the job adequately but don't offer the precise amount of feel of the latest sport bike brakes. As you can tell, my 5'8" body still allows an easy touch to the ground, so this is going to appeal to a lot of riders who aren't the tallest riders around. Makes it easy to maneuver, and especially around town.
As Kevin mentioned a minute ago, 2 new entries, 2 new naked bikes from 2 of the leading manufacturers, Kawasaki, Suzuki. Boy, I'm sure the styling is really going to create some division, and there's probably going to be a lot of people that don't like either of them. My personal preference is Suzuki, but Kawasaki has a lot of interesting styling traits as well. The bikes are very, very close. It may come down to a matter of styling. Is that they're both really fun to ride, and they bring a lot of fun back to riding for me. I just have a good time on them. The reason that they're fun to ride is because they're easy to ride.
It's called the Gladius, but seems a lot like a steel-framed SV650 to me. Still got that great, appealing motor, V-twin, instant grunt. Lots of fun to ride, easy to maneuver, handles great in the twisty roads. In an effort to get a low seat height on the Gladius, the seat is actually quite thinly padded, which will wear on your butt after more than an hour in the saddle. Gladius also has some nostalgic throwbacks, chrome mirrors and a chrome handlebar. But stepping into the 21st century is a more complete instrumentation, including a gear position indicator and a much more readable tachometer than the small bar graph on the Kawasaki. In terms of the engine compartment, these things are nearly identical. The V-twin Suzuki is a little bit smoother, and it sounds a little bit cooler, almost like a Ducati, a 90-degree V-twin. But they both get down the road about identically. We had a side-by-side little impromptu drag race where we started about 10 miles an hour, and these things ran neck and neck.
Clutch, transmission, throttle, all are very easy to modulate. That's part of what adds up to making these bikes easy to ride and what makes them fun to ride. But they're not just kind of wimpy either. They're not girls' bikes. Both of them will easily wheelie with a little bit of finesse from the clutch. They have a lot of grunt off the bottom, and they're kind of zippy and peppy on top. So that does it for our little 6 of one, half does the other twin 650cc naked shootout.